And give all honor, praise, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, and bishops, a great millstone who still teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered amongst the four corners of the earth. This is just a quick video that's going to give us some examples of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. And right around about the 15th verse to about, I'm going to go down to the 19th verse, all right? That's a video I'm going to show after this, after I read this here, okay? And some of the elect are going to come, once again, some of the elect are going to come looking like the speckled bird, pursuing to Jeremiah, the 12th chapter and the 9th verse, when the Most High said that my heritage is like unto a speckled bird, roughly paraphrasing, meaning because Israel got scattered amongst all 17 heathen nations. Not every elect member of Israel is going to come looking like a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American. Some will come with blonde hair and blue eyes. Some will come looking like so-called Chinese, so-called Japanese, so-called Arabs, so-called East Indians, so-called Hawaiians, so-called Africans. All right, but when they get beamed up in the ship, they're going to get their melanin back. You know, they're going to be dark brown again. They're going to get their froze back. And the women that have the blonde hair, blue eyes, and the speckled bird look, they're going to get their curly, kinky hair back. You know what I mean? The daughters of Zion. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 2 verses 15. Second Ezra chapter 15 verses 15. I'm gonna start. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Now in today's time, the modern day sword is the gun, and you already see there's going to be a civil war fought here on many fronts with, you know, gender class, gender identity, sexual orientation identity, race identity, political identity, status identity here in Babylon. Reading on, it says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes. Now you notice they've been having this no kings protest that they've been doing, you know, lately for against Nero 47, old diaper taco boy. Reading on, it says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall, and that's America. They're prideful people, you know. And these Edomites here in Babylon and America got that from the elite Edomites, which are the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, DuPont, Sassoons, Browns, Barclays, etc. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And which is coming to this, you know, that's a part of Esau's wanting to get the numbers down of people here in the society. Remember, they had the Georgia Guidestones back in, they got destroyed back in 2021 or 2022, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But the point of the Georgia Guidestones is said on there, they want to get the population down to 500 million. So you figure they claim that there's about 8 billion people on the planet. So if they want to get it down to 500 million, you know, they're going to use a lot of, you can't just outright, you know, say, well, we declare war to kill you all. It's like, no, they're going to use the people to kill one another via, you know, the chemicals that they put in the food. You know, they don't know all the chemicals that's in the food that they're putting in the food that they work at the manufacturing plants, but they know that they're getting paid well, you know. Then you got chemtrails. Then you got the shit that they put in the soil. You know what I mean? The stuff that they put in the animals. All right, lab grown foods. All right, but this is just a video from the brother. The name of his channel is Arrows of Indignation 442. I'm gonna read the copyright use before we get started. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All right. So, nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All right, so let's roll. Hopefully it'll be loud. If not, you have just turn up your volume, okay? Pump up the volume. Sorry, forgive me. I forget my folly. Just gotta have fun with this, like Elder Pastor Hart says, which is true, you know. Be mad, but you know, He'd be too uptight.
I kept telling y'all that COVID was a motherfucking test run. This hibachi virus shit that's on that ship, don't think for one motherfucking second you won't be hearing pretty soon that, oh, damn.
Yeah, hantavirus. There was an incident a couple of days ago about this white guy on, I think it was on World Star. I did a post on it where he was talking about people are sick on a ship from like hantavirus. And hantavirus is a virus caused by rats. All right, festering around in a someone's dwelling place or in someone's vehicle. Mind you, I live over here in the town. I live over here in Arizona, which is basically Mexico. It's the land for Issachar. But there's a rich tourist town called Sedona, Arizona. And let me tell you something now. It's mainly Edomites over there, the rich Edomites, right? But some of them are poor, right? Let me tell you something. I've never in my life, I didn't even know this was possible. I'm 42 years old. I never in my life seen this one bitch pulled up, man, white bitch, Edomite bitch. I'm gonna say that, Edomite looking. Man, open up the car door. Rats came flying out the goddamn fender. I've never seen rats live in a car while the people were still using it. Now, I've seen this shit, on junk cars, but when the vehicle is still getting action, still getting mileage and work, what? That's what Job said. Well, thou art viler than the earth. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Dirty booty ass. But I digress. Let's get back to the video here, because this is about what's coming. We need to prepare and stay prayed up, like Elder Apostle Carl always says. We need to keep our medicine strong, which is the Lord's Prayer.
Had a couple of fucking passengers that didn't take the cruise back home. They missed it, so they had to fly home. Who got on the train and it spread that motherfucking way. Same way COVID did out there with some people got on a plane and all of a sudden it's all over the motherfucking world. I wouldn't be surprised. And like I said, COVID was a test run. And many people start saying, man, that was fake.
And this ain't medical information. I love chlorine dioxide. I'm not saying that chlorine dioxide can literally kill all viruses known to man. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I like chlorine dioxide. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that I like, I'm not saying that I like certain things. You know what I mean? Not at all. Back to the video.
Exaggerated. So guess what? People gonna be loose now. I ain't worried about that. Until, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 40, 50 million motherfuckers start dropping. I'm finna stop the fuck up. I know I'm gonna look like an eyeball. And no, I'm not finna argue. You can do what the fuck you wanna do. You gotta watch these motherfuckers, man. When they start telling you some shit about to come, after they ain't already tried to put some shit out, start looking for that second one to be something real. I hate to break it to y'all, but the hantavirus is coming. The economy is already, it's at the lowest it could ever be, and I'm not going to go into the details of that, of the economy and our stock market and so many other things, gas prices. I just seen somewhere where this lady who owned a gas station, a guy went to get gas and she was out of gas and she was saying she don't know, she's not supposed to speak or say anything, but they may not be getting any more gas. And again, the economy, we already know what is happening. The war's not stopping no time soon. It's only going to escalate, and we see the escalation. But I want to remind y'all that there were major early outbreaks that occurred on a cruise ship with C in that number. And it was notably the Diamond Princess. Y'all remember that ship?
I think I did a post on that. Today's Wednesday, May 6th. I think I may have done that either yesterday or on Monday. If not, forgive me for that. But yeah, it's an incident on a cruise ship recently that caught that reporting cases of hantavirus. Like I said, that is a rat-borne virus. Dizzle damn.
In February 2020, and it acted as a major spreader as the early pandemic. It was spreading because of that, allegedly. Now, this virus, this hantavirus, it's suspected that, there were 7 cases on this ship. Now, what I'm hearing is that there was one traveler that was exposed in Argentina, and that now Spain is allowing the ship to dock. So now they're docking. Before, people were saying, don't let the ship, they're docking. They're docking right in Spain. Okay, well, we didn't want. And they're saying that they're going to clean up the shit. Where are the people going? Where are they going to put them people if they cleaning and sanitizing the shit? They said they inspecting it and they disinfecting it. Where's the people going to go? Dive deep into it, but they're saying it's human to human transmission. And that's how how people are catching it. I think like one person.
Fair use.
It's a bunch of people infected, child. 3 people seriously in critical condition or something like that. It is a lot going on that ship, and that ship needs to keep sailing on the water. They need to get people who volunteer to go in there and help the ship, pull up the ship, let the people get on there, and they serve them people until they all get better, until we figure it out. Let them just do a world tour. Go ahead and do a world tour. Go tour the whole world, and then come back, and then we'll check on y'all then. And this is why I talk about deception, because the reason why this is weird, we've only seen one guy who's done a video saying that he's healthy, he needs to get off the ship. But where is 150, 175 people or something? Where's all the other people making videos and telling us? Where they at? See, stuff don't be adding up. It has to be 1 plus 1 equals what? It literally has to be math for me. Because we only see one video, and all of a sudden this is hitting mainstream media. I really want us to think. The biggest problem that I'm having is they're saying that the symptoms do not appear for weeks. For weeks. I guess once people get off the ship in Spain, they're going to disinfect it and inspect it, and these people are going to be quarantined for like 7 or 8 weeks or something like that. What if that's not the time frame? What if the time frame is like 2 months? Is that 2 months or 8? Yeah, that's about 2 months. But what if it's 3 months? Just seeing this don't add up. This is bothering me so bad because of the way that the economy is and what's going on in the world. I can almost promise you it's going to one day just pop up and it's going to surface. I can almost I just know. All of a sudden, oh, now we have these cases. It must be. Oh, how convenient is that? Meanwhile, just don't go to Spain. Don't take no trips to Spain. Please, y'all. Don't nobody go to Spain. Nobody go cancel your trip out to Spain. Nobody go to Spain. Nobody let them come back from Spain. They already shutting down the airlines. It can't get more clear than this, y'all. It cannot get more clear than this. That's it. That's all.
All right. So, with this culling that Esau Edom is doing, that was a good video about it, brother. What he's doing, with the chemtrails and these diseases and the poison in the food and, the GMO foods, we're eating off bread defiled among the Gentiles, like it says in the book of Ezekiel. The wars that they're going on the citizens by removing their rights, and ICE is a great example of that fact. This is a prime example of Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, which reads, bear with me. Okay, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. That Esau Edom, he's got General Motors and Ford making, stating that they're now getting weapons templates to Ford and GM, to make more weapons and stuff, which makes sense because, mind you, General Motors made the H1, the H2, and the H3 Hummer. You know what I mean? All the vehicles, a lot of the fleet of vehicles that comes from GM and Ford are police cars. You know what I mean? They're park rangers, they're state troopers, they're sheriffs. Cars and trucks and SUVs and sports cars. Out here in Arizona, because we got long highways. The local cops got the 2015 to 2021 Chevy Camaro. I mean, getting it in, dude. So, this is serious, man. So, and we're already in Jacob's trouble, but we're getting deeper into it. But the elect are going to be saved out of it because it says it right here. The Lord said it. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. The he that's going to be saved out of it is the elect, the 1/3 out of the nation of Israel. Now, the 2/3 of our people are going to pass here, are going to die in one of many various ways, and that's a part of their judgment for being wicked and being unrepentant. But they're going to come back through the loins of the elect in the kingdom of heaven. So I just wanted to put that out there that, times are getting serious and we need to get prayed up, stay prayed up, like Elder Rakar always says. And here's the Lord's Prayer right here. Remember, the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Yahwah. The name of his only begotten son is Yahweh Shai. All right. Remember the Lord's Prayer, okay? Those of you, y'all should know this by now, okay? But for the sake of those who are new, we read from right to left. That's our custom. That's why the word Lord is on the right, and then it goes, you segue over to prayer. You know, Lord's Prayer, not prayer lords. That doesn't make sense. Now, pursuant to Matthew chapter 6, you know, we go into a closet privately, you know, but make sure we face the east, you know, and then say the Lord's Prayer. Say, I learned this from the one of the elder Connecticut bishops. His name is, or the name of his YouTube channel is Jacob Barak 2. Every time he starts a video, he says Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. He does that 4 times. All right, and then on the 5th time, he says, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakaha Kudash. Now, when he says Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Barakatha means blessings. You know, so blessings to Yahweh, blessings to Yahweh Shah. And then on the 5th time, he says, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakaha Kudash. Now, the word call, K-A-L, is right here. That means all. All right, Halal, H-A-L-A-L, means praises. All right, call halal, call halayim la Yahweh ba'Hashem Yahshua. So all praises to Yahweh, you know, the Most High, Bahasham in the name, Yahweh Shah, which stands for Yah means he, Yahweh Shah means deliverer. You see right here, the word Hawa Shanawa. Now the word Nawa, N-A-W-A, only means, it just means us. So if you cover up the Nawa, you got Hawa Shah, and Hawa Shah means deliverer. You put the Yah before the Hawa Shah, Yah means he, Hawa Shah means the deliverer. All right, so call halal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham in the name, Rakah, spirit, and then you got right here, Kodash, which means holy. All right, and then you begin the prayer. All right, up here is the symbols, the way you would write it in Paleo Hebrew. The second column is the way you say the word. The third column is what it means in English. So I'll go, Abanawa, our Father, Shabbat Shemayim, which is in heaven, Kodash, holy, Hayabi, Shemkai, your name, Yahweh, Most High, Malik Wathka, your kingdom, Thaba Akam, Ratazakar, your will, Hayabi, Ishadun, Ba'arataza in earth, Kawa as, Hayabi, Bashamayim in heaven, Lathan Lanawa, give us, Lacha'am bread, Call Yawam all day, Wasalok Lanawa, forgive us, Cha'awab with Nawa, our debts, Kasalok Nawa, as we forgive, Cha'awab with Yanawa, our debtors, Wala'ah and not, Thabaya and Nawa lead us, Bana Shayawan in temptation, a ball but, Hawa Shanawa deliver us, Mayan from, Rai evil, Kaya for, Lakata you, Hamalek with the kingdom, Waha Allah in the power, Wahatha Pa'arath in the glory, Lum Walumium forever, Aman, Aman. And like my brother Elder Yashawama from the GMS Dallas camp, his YouTube channel's page name is Remnant Saved 144. You know, he pointed something out last year while watching one of his videos that made sense. The Lord's Prayer is a full spectrum prayer, okay? So, and I just want to give to my 4 elder apostles, their YouTube channel, beginning with Elder Apostle Tahar. His channel is what is the 666 Mark II GMS Truth. Elder Apostle Gabar's channel is Daily Edification 4. Elder Apostle Ricard's channel is GMS Keep Pushing On. On his page, you want to go to the live section of his page, okay? Because that's how the Most High has him firing off videos on a daily basis. And that same concept applies to last but not least, Elder Apostle Orion Lob's channel, whose page is GMS Info Channel 12. And then on Saturday, or this is Elder Apostle Gabar's channel, extra channel that he has right here, Apostles Live GMS 34th. And you see those letters, that little acronym, GLOTA. That means going live on a Tuesday afternoon, okay? So this is a video he did yesterday. And then on Saturdays, Lord willing, Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, and Elder Bishop Sakaran do a video, go out on Saturdays and do a lesson on this channel here, GMS Apostle Street Ministry, all right? And some of the channels of the Elder Connecticut bishops is, one of them is Disappoint the Wicked. Another one is Fire Cures Leprosy. Another one is Jacob Barak 2. Barak is spelled B-A-R-A-K. Another one is GMS at the Job. All right. So I hope that this video was inspiring, enlightening, and edifying to you as it is to me, because like I said, you know, when the Spirit gets on me, I don't know where we're going. I got that from Elder Apostle Tahar. You know, he likes to say that the Lord has him say that a lot. Let's see where the Spirit takes me. You know, that's what he says. And it's true, you know. Man's goings are of the Lord. Therefore, how can a man understand his own way, you know? So we do what the Lord wants us to. That's just the way it goes. That's why he's the Most High, all right? So with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glories to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, and bishops, a great millstone who taught me this truth and still rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. Lord willing, this was an edifying, enlightening, and inspiring video. And name of my channel is the MOTB is here too. Lord willing, I'll do another video and I keep doing posts. But for now, I'm going to say